Good morning. This is your friendly machine shop math teacher. I wanted to get in today on why I teach the way I teach. It all started a long time ago, back in 1975, when I was a high school student in the Midwest, learning how to be a machinist. But it started even farther back than that. It started in western Maryland, in Cumberland, where I was born. And it started with my father and mother, who were Virginia-born people. My father, God rest his soul, was a mechanical engineer who graduated from Virginia Tech. He served in World War II in Third Army under George Patton as a military police officer. And he was a good man. And in his spare time, he had a hobby as being a woodworker, using the tools and machinery that his own father, a carpenter in the western side of Virginia, used in his lifetime, doing carpentry work. And then he became a mechanical engineer. And he instilled that sense of mechanical aptitude and passion into me. I'm the little one in front of my mother. My mother, God rest her soul, was the greatest, wisest, most loving woman I ever met. She gave our family a great passion for classical music. And she instilled that into me and my two oldest brothers. Some of the earliest memories I can have that were of the greatest pleasure to me were listening to my oldest brother play a Beethoven sonata or a Mozart sonata on the piano when he was 5, 6 years old. My second oldest brother became also a musical interest and became a great pianist and organist player. He was so good that he played the Christmas Mass at Green Bay for the Christmas Mass Cathedral at Green Bay, Wisconsin in 1974. I also am a musical person. I love to sing. And I sing things that range from Bach to Beethoven to Schubert to Brahms. It's a passion of mine. But my greatest passion is to do machine work. And when I started machine work in 1975, after having been learning how to do woodworking in grade school, I came into machine work under a very good teacher who was also sensitive and had a passion for machine work. And he understood me. But unfortunately, my fellow students didn't understand me, and they tried to do everything they could to get me out of machine work. They laughed at me, they derided me, they even stole my book. They painted my lock, they put gum in my lock mechanism so I couldn't get into my locker. And it hurt me because I had this great passion for machine work. But I was not going to take it lightly. And so I kept on doing my machine work because it was a passion. I loved drawing things up, and I loved seeing how I could take my hands and put them into work to make the things that were practical and beautiful and make them work. And so here I am today. I guess I was somewhat too much the Charlie Brown type, too sensitive and too passionate for what I love to do. So here I am today. My mother was the greatest person I know. She was a ship's welder in World War II in the Philadelphia shipyards. She was proud to think that her son was going to become a welder. And she actually gave me my first pair of welding gloves. And she was proud of me the day I walked across the stage and got my diploma for my welding degree. She was even prouder the day I went and walked across the stage to get my diploma for my retail optical degree in Richmond, Virginia. She was also proud of me the day I walked across the stage and got my degree at JMU in German history. These are my family, and I love them. They taught me everything I know. And so I go on and teach the way I teach because it's the only thing that you, my friends, will give me. And it's hard to be a machinist when you know that you're on the outside like a red-headed orphan looking in at the party and feeling left out. And so I teach. I teach the only way I know how, with the only things that I've got. My passion and my soul and the computers that I have. I teach with passion. I teach with joy. I teach with forgiveness and mercy. I teach to anybody who will listen to me out there in YouTube land. So take care, my friends. Be safe, because I do want you to be safe. Enjoy yourselves. And I will say that this is your Machine Shop Math Guy, signing off.